Welcome back to the PMP Certification Prep Training course. Project Cost Management Knowledge Area. Cost management consists of 4 primary phases crucial to project financial success. Resource planning identifies the types and quantities of resources required, followed by cost estimating, where financial projections for these resources are calculated based on labor, materials, and time. Both steps form the critical groundwork, ensuring accurate foresight into project demands and financial feasibility. Cost budgeting consolidates individual cost estimates into an authorized cost baseline, ensuring fund allocation matches project phases. Finally, cost control monitors cost performance, detects variances from the baseline, and implements corrective actions, enforcing strict financial discipline to prevent overruns and protect project profitability. Mastering project budgeting and cost control isn't just a skill, it's the backbone of successful project management. Without a firm grasp on these critical processes, even the most well-planned projects can spiral into financial chaos. The PMBOK framework outlines 4 key steps: plan cost management, estimate costs, determine budget, and control costs. 3 of these happen during planning, setting the foundation, while the 4th, control costs, kicks in during execution, ensuring every dollar is tracked and optimized. This isn't just about numbers, it's about discipline, foresight, and control. A project manager who dominates these processes doesn't just deliver on budget, they own the budget, turning financial constraints into strategic advantages. Whether it's forecasting expenses or clamping down on overspending, these 4 steps separate the amateurs from the pros. Master them, and you don't just manage costs, you command them. The cost management process initiates with the cost management plan set up, establishing the structure for purchasing, analyzing actual expenses, identifying and explaining deviations, and adjusting forecasts as needed. Cost estimation and budgeting follows, focusing on projecting expenses over time based on major project milestones, while also aligning the financial strategy with the broader annual financial objectives, ensuring project costs remain aligned with organizational goals. Cost control maintains rigorous oversight by launching procurement processes and conducting detailed cost analyses to detect and explain discrepancies early. Finally, the process culminates in the production of financial reports, emphasizing the creation of KPIs and the communication of financial statuses clearly and consistently, ensuring that decision makers have timely, actionable insights to drive project success. The cost management plan isn't just paperwork, it's the financial blueprint of your project. Developed early in planning, this document sets the rules of the game, how costs will be estimated, tracked, and controlled with precision. It ensures every dollar is accounted for, defining accuracy levels, control thresholds, and earned value metrics. Without it, your budget is a guessing game. With it, you're not just planning costs, you're engineering financial success. This isn't a one-size-fits-all template, it's a dynamic framework tailored to your project's needs, whether predictive or adaptive. It aligns your team, tools, and processes, turning cost management from chaos into clarity. The bottom line? If you skip this step, you're setting yourself up for budget blowouts. Nail it, and you'll have the control to steer your project and your reputation toward victory. The project charter is your financial foundation. It locks in pre-approved resources and defines the approval hurdles that will shape your cost strategy. But it's just the starting line. The real power comes from your project management plan, where the schedule and risk management plans collide with budgets, forcing you to confront deadlines and uncertainties head-on. External factors, market conditions, inflation, even exchange rates, add another layer of complexity. Ignore them, and your numbers are just guesses. Master them, and you turn volatility into a competitive edge. But here's where experience speaks: organizational process assets. Cost templates, historical data, and lessons learned aren't just paperwork, they're your secret weapons. They prevent rookie mistakes and fast-track precision. The difference between a budget that works and one that fails? It's not just math, it's leveraging every tool, policy, and past battle scar to build a cost plan that survives real-world chaos. This is where true cost control begins. Expert judgment transforms guesswork into strategy. SMEs deliver the hard-won insights that shape bulletproof cost plans. But data is the great equalizer. Alternative analysis forces brutal clarity on funding options and resource decisions, separating smart investments from costly mistakes. This is where financial discipline begins, not with spreadsheets, but with strategic choices that dictate your project's fiscal survival. Meetings are where plans face reality. Through focus groups, interviews, and relentless debate, weak assumptions crumble and optimal strategies emerge. This isn't collaboration, it's pressure testing. The result? A cost plan stripped of waste, built for efficiency, and hardened against risk. Master this process, or watch your budget bleed out in execution. A well-structured cost management plan serves as the financial blueprint for project success, establishing clear metrics like units of measure and defining acceptable variances. It transforms rough estimates into precise targets while linking to the WBS for consistency across all financial activities. By setting control thresholds, it creates an early warning system that triggers corrective action before budget deviations escalate, ensuring financial discipline throughout the project lifecycle. The true value of this plan lies in its enforcement mechanisms. Precision parameters eliminate ambiguity, while accuracy ranges maintain realistic expectations. Control thresholds act as financial guardrails, automatically flagging variances that demand attention. This systematic approach doesn't just track expenses, it embeds fiscal responsibility into every project phase. When properly implemented, these controls provide project managers with real-time financial visibility and the tools to make proactive adjustments, ultimately protecting the project's bottom line. The cost management plan serves as the financial command center, instituting rigorous performance measurement rules through earned value management to track progress against baselines. It refines WBS activities into measurable work packages and establishes precise EVM computations like CPI and SPI, along with standardized tracking methodologies. The plan mandates specific reporting formats and cadences, ensuring consistent financial visibility across all stakeholders while detailing critical operational elements like funding strategies, currency considerations, and cost recording protocols. Beyond tracking, this plan operationalizes financial control by defining exactly how costs will be monitored, analyzed, and reported throughout the project lifecycle. It transforms abstract budgets into actionable financial intelligence, with EVM metrics serving as early warning indicators. By formalizing currency management, reporting structures, and funding approaches, the plan doesn't just document procedures, it creates an active financial governance framework that drives disciplined execution and enables real-time fiscal decision-making at every project phase. Cost estimating is the foundation of any pricing strategy. It is a structured process that determines the total expected cost of delivering a product or service, factoring in materials, labor, overhead, and other operational expenses. Without an accurate estimate, any pricing decision will be built on unstable ground, risking losses or missed opportunities. Once the true cost is understood, we move into pricing, where we layer on profit, taxes, and other financial considerations to define the final price the customer will pay. Pricing is not just about covering costs, it's about positioning value, sustaining the business, and driving growth. Precise cost estimation leads to powerful pricing strategies, and in business, that precision is non-negotiable. Total cost is the sum of two major components, direct and indirect costs. Direct costs are those that can be clearly and directly traced to a product or service, materials, labor, and any expense tied specifically to production. Indirect costs, on the other hand, are the broader expenses that support operations as a whole, such as administration, utilities, and facility costs. Both are critical to forming a complete and accurate cost estimate. Understanding the structure of these costs is non-negotiable. Fixed costs, like rent or salaries, remain constant regardless of output, while variable costs fluctuate with production levels. Mastering the distinction between fixed and variable, direct and indirect, empowers organizations to control their expenses, price competitively, and protect margins. Precision here isn't optional, it's the backbone of smart financial management. To fully grasp total costs, we need to break them down into 4 critical categories: variable, fixed, direct, and indirect costs. Variable costs shift with the level of output. The more you produce, the more you spend. Fixed costs, by contrast, remain steady regardless of production volume, providing financial predictability. Understanding this balance is essential to anticipating how costs will behave under different operational scenarios. Direct costs are laser-focused on project deliverables, think materials, labor, and resources specifically tied to a product or service. Indirect costs, meanwhile, are the overhead expenses that span across multiple projects or operations, such as administrative support and facility costs. A clear understanding of each cost type isn't just helpful, it's vital for strategic planning, accurate pricing, and long-term financial resilience. When we talk about costs in a project, it's critical to think in terms of the entire life cycle. Life cycle cost, or LCC, includes not just the initial project costs, like construction, design, and development, but also the ongoing operation and maintenance costs that accumulate over time. Focusing only on upfront costs gives an incomplete picture of the true financial commitment. Project costs get the ball rolling, but it's the operation and maintenance phase where costs continue to build. Successful cost management means planning for the full journey, from launch through the entire operational life of the project. When we understand this full cycle, we can make smarter investment decisions and ensure long-term project sustainability. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to excellence and your dedication to mastering the profession. We wish you resounding success on your path to certification.